Your boy Mark, an INEOS fan, with the news update. Manchester United, guys, it's an early morning. And you know what, guys? Got some exciting news, some tragic news, and some disturbing news. Which one do you want first? Strap in, guys. Smash those like buttons. Let your comments in. Let me know what you're thinking. As you could read the thumbnail, it's a disappointing one. The magic, is it the bad wizard or is it the good wizard? Which one, guys? Voldemort or Graham Potter? Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking as we jump right in to this. And you know what, guys? It's the daily update. Let's go. And guys, I'm with you to present the news, and it's just a little bit of news. Manchester United breaking news as INEOS informally sound out Graham Potter about future for plans. Guys, there's been lots of speculation about Erik ten Hag's future at Manchester United, with minority shoulders coming in while taking full control of the footballing operations. Usually, whenever there's change of ownership, the new guys like to put their stamp on things. Ineos are expected to shake things up at the club recruitment team, but it remains to be seen if they'll back Erik ten Hag as their long-term manager. Guys, what are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. This is, bro, I don't even know how to describe this, but to be honest, I would back Ten Hag as my long-term manager because I think with a structure he will do better. He's proved it at Ajax, but let's go on and hear what these guys are saying. Support for Erik Ten Hag may have dwindled a bit since February when United got knocked out by Barcelona of the Europa League and ended the six-year wait for a trophy by winning the Carabao Cup. But I would still argue that he's the right man for the job. We don't want a Todd Bowley situation at Chelsea where Thomas Tuchel was sacked just 7 games into the new season after winning the Champions League. The well-respected German coach was replaced by Graham Potter, who failed at Stamford Bridge, guys. Remember, Graham Potter failed at Stamford Bridge. According to ESPN, Ineos' preference is to keep Ten Hag until at least the end of the season, although there's an acceptance that more poor results may force their hand sooner. The reports add that Potter has been informally sounded out about his plans for the future, and John Carl Bank has been inundated with calls from agents pushing the claims of their clients. Whatever about sacking Ten Hag, I don't feel Potter will be an adequate replacement. This is also my view. Hopefully, they will back Ten Hag into the next season, but results must improve when key players return from injury. Guys, what are your thoughts about this? Do you guys think Erik ten Hag should be backed with a structure behind him to see what is happening? Or do you think he should just be replaced right now? What are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. This has been, the little breaking news on Manchester United. I don't really think it's a good idea, in my honest opinion. If I were to give my view on bringing in Graham Potter, I think he has been seen that he can and will fail if thrown into the deep end of a club that has a giant following, a giant media attention, and lots of pressure, guys. He failed at Chelsea, which is a smaller size pressure to the Man United beast. With 500 plus million fans worldwide and every single click going viral, I don't think he's the right guy. And Erik ten Hag, even though the results haven't been great this season, I would like to urge fans to take into consideration that just last season, after 19 games played, we were on 32 points. 6 months later, after that season finished, we finished with 75 points, the highest of any manager ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left this club. Now, we are in the second half of Erik ten Hag's second season. And guess what, guys? Inundated by injuries, 16 injuries to start, more than 4 key players out at the beginning of the season that kept our back line, and 18 clean sheets last season. And now we're getting them back, guys. And you know what? We're only 1 point shy after 19 games this season than we were last season. Could you actually believe that? With all the bad performances, with all the players out injured, Manchester United are only 1 point less than they had last season, where they got 75 points. Now, with the players returning and key players at that, in Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro, the likes of Malacia coming back, and who knows, there might be an introduction to the squad. You might get a player on loan that might provide backup that may not have performed at the club he was at, but might perform for United, kind of like Sabitzer when he came from Bayern. Sabitzer hadn't performed in a long time. He came to United, and he scored what, 8 goals, got some assists, resurrected his career to an extent. And to be honest, he hasn't been performing so well since he left United. So, guys, we could be a little bit too recent bias, in my opinion, and a little bit too quick to lay the law down and the verdict on this manager. Because as we've seen, if we were to judge by the most recent example, Arsenal, in Eric Ten Hag's first season, Arsenal was still Arteta out. And look at where Arsenal finished second with their highest points total in what, 10, 20 years? They didn't win a trophy. They got knocked out at every single cup, but they came second in the league. And this is after 3.5 seasons of coaching Arsenal, having a full clear out, being backed with players, and changing almost the entire squad, minus maybe 2 or 3 players. Arsenal ain't doing so great this season. They're above us, yes, for sure, but they have lost games to teams that we have also lost to this season in similar fashion. So, guys, if we're going by these examples that I've laid out before us, if you look at Klopp at Liverpool, it took him 4 seasons before he won anything. You know what I mean? So, guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, look, Compo Smurf is coming in. Good morning to you, GB. Big up, my bro. Big up to you as well, Compos, for coming in. And just like I was talking about it, Arteta was allowed to finish 8th, 5th, and signed 30 players. Eric Ten Hag, in comparison, has finished 3rd and only signed 11 players. 5 of the other players that came in were loans. And you know what I mean? So, guys, it's not so bad. And I'm going to stay positive, like GB is telling me to keep positive, because at the end of the day, I just have my view. And everyone else is okay to have their views. And I'm not trying to change anyone else's views, but I'm just trying to show them that there's a different perspective. And as well, even though United hasn't been performing amazingly well, we're still 10 points away from finishing top 4. And that's a comfortable top 4, because we're 6 points behind 4th place. You know what I mean? We're facing 5th place in a week after we play Wigan, which is going to be like our warm-up match again to start this new year. We ended on a low note, but guys, it's not so bad. It's really not so bad. I mean, you can say we have standards and the standards are slipping, but the standards have slipped for the last decade. To be fair, I can tell you that everyone pegged us to finish anything less than 9th last season when Eric Ten Hag just came in. This is how terrible the squad was. And now people expect us to be fighting for top 4, even fighting for trophies under this manager. And this is just the impression that people get because we overachieved last season, guys. So I'm just going to give that view. And as I move on, guys, in the last bit of information, Jadon Sancho has confirmed verbal agreement with Borussia Dortmund, who are expecting him to join their preseason training camp, their winter season training camp, as they get ready to kick off their campaign in the second half of the Bundesliga. And we're just waiting for confirmations. But reports from Florian Petterberg and all reports around Germany says that all parties involved want to get the deal done as soon as possible. And people wonder why Borussia Dortmund wanted Jadon Sancho back after they themselves have leaked news that he was tardy and he wasn't always professional. But I can tell you this, the caretaker manager, who's currently the manager right now, made a lot of exemptions for Jadon Sancho. He even asked one of the coaches to make sure and pick up Jadon Sancho and bring him to training sessions. They wrapped him in cotton wool, and he's planning to do the same thing again. And like I always keep saying, different strokes for different folks. Some players, they may not be in the same way or behave the same way as other players. And sometimes you need to approach things slightly differently. And maybe we could have treated him better, but also you have to look at the fact that his personality might not suit a variation of different managers, you know, because Dusan Tadic is willing to do all those things for Jadon Sancho doesn't mean Eric Ten Hag has to. But we have seen that he's done it before because he let Jadon Sancho go for 3 months and he protected him and shielded him, just like Tadic did at Dortmund, you know. But you know what? Like Campos is coming in and saying here, Dortmund want to buy him back cheap and sell him again. Absolute bandits. You know what, guys? And the United fan base are falling for this trick over and over with different players. But you know what? Maybe things might change because I would say to everyone that we had a failed negotiation team. We've known we had a failed negotiation team. Matt Hargrave is a failure. We brought him in Ten Hag's first season and he was rubbish. He's been rubbish. He can't even sell players for proper fees. So, guys, don't stress too much. What I can say is this. We're at our worst right now, but it's still not that bad. We're at our worst and we're in 7th place, 1 point behind 6th place. You know what I mean? And that's our worst under Eric Ten Hag. We could be Chelsea, languishing in 10th for the last 9 weeks, 2 months and a week, and still talking to people, chatting like we're going to get top 4 after spending £1 billion. Guys, wake up and smell the coffee. Manchester United, it's going to take a while. And as much as we don't like it, we need to give this manager some time. You know what I mean? If this manager is backed with a structure behind him that works anything as efficiently as Ajax, we've seen what he can do there. And people might say that's in the Dutch league. Well, the structure behind him is English league ready. So that's going to prepare him for the English league, in my opinion. And he's a good coach. We've seen what he could do with the players that we all wanted out, which Ralph Ragnick told us, open heart surgery, 10 players need to go. And he wasn't talking about substitutes. He was talking about first team players as well. So guys, let's not be afraid of change. Sometimes it hurts, but you know what? It makes us better along the way. Thank you for joining me this morning, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Tune in later on this afternoon. I'm going to be on with Mick. We're going to have on the MUFC Realist TV show, and we're going to have Beat the Press, right? And not only that, but later on this afternoon, I'm coming back with the transfer show, after the mid-afternoon transfer show that I do every week, guys. So stay tuned because it's going to bring all the sound outs, all the targets confirmed for each club in the Premier League, and especially Manchester United, guys. Compo Smurf is coming back in. What is he saying? Next few games are pivotal now for me, 100%. Licha and Kase timely return might just turn the results around. Those two are warriors and leaders. We have none without them. 100% agree with that, man. I think Licha is huge for our defense. I think he keeps them in line. He keeps the players focused. He's always talking to the different defenders when they're defending. And Casemiro, you know what? He's a stalwart in midfield. I think next to Kobe Menu, it's going to be epic. I think he will make Kobe Menu even better. And he's also a goal threat. You know what I mean? So Casemiro's return, Licha's return, that's solidity and another attacking threat while, strengthening our midfield at the same time. Good morning, Stephanie Griffith, and how are you doing? I hope you are well. I'm about to mod you. Thank you so much for subbing to my channel. I hope you have a great day. GB, you have a good one too. Take it easy, people. Compo Smurf is always getting in. Guys, thank you for joining me. That's just been the news brief. Always only about Manchester United in the morning. Hope you have a nice day. See me later for the transfer show at 4 p.m. Guys, I'm going to have Drex on. It's going to be fun. Do have a good day. Catch you later, guys.